Dear Mrs. Cousineau, Chair of the BC Human Rights Tribunal, I'm a gay man from Vancouver Island. I and two detransitioners submitted testimony in the case of Barry Neufeld versus the Chilliwack Teachers Association. For reasons I'm unable to understand, our testimonies were deemed irrelevant. In discussions of an elected official's ability to pronounce on the youth gender-affirming care model, the voices of gay men like myself and those of detransitioners are crucial. That's because the majority of young people presenting with gender dysphoria are attracted to those of the same sex. Many of those who now regret their transition, known as detransitioners, are lesbian, gay, bisexual youth and young adults. Detransitioners can explain why and how they were misled into thinking they were transgendered. It's vital that you hear their perspective. In light of findings of recent evidence-based studies such as the systematic reviews commissioned by the CAS Review in the UK and recent Canadian studies, which I'll put in the comments, it's no wonder progressive countries have reversed their policies on pediatric transition. The prescription of puberty blockers has been severely curtailed worldwide. At LGB Alliance, we hear from LGB people across the country who share concerns of pediatric whistleblowers who now denounce gender-affirming care. Some have even called it a modern form of gay conversion therapy. It's unconscionable that you do not wish to hear either my views or the lived experience of those who have suffered this regime. As a final word, I was distressed to see myself slurred as queer in the official documents produced by your office. You are perhaps unaware that although some gay people have adopted this term, others find it highly offensive. We recall that word being shouted at us before we became victims of physical violence. If an appeal before the courts is successful and my testimony is ruled admissible, I'd ask that you refrain from calling me queer. I'd like to thank Barry Neufeld for standing up for detransitioners and same-sex attracted youth in Chilliwack, BC, and my colleagues at LGB Alliance for their continued support. Kind regards, Scott Geiler.